Hello, my YouTube family and friends. I pray that everyone is having a blessed day today. Excuse me. I pray that I don't cry. Um, I went in for just a. I went in to a. I'll just tell you. I went into a car dealership to, check in with my options. I was trying to sell my car to get a different car, and the Lord just when we ask Him to go before us, that's exactly what He does, and He sure did that today. I was when I tell y'all that I was so greatly blessed by this young man. I believe he said he was 28 years old. He was. I got handed over to him. Uh, uh, Before, from another young guy because he had an appointment, and so I had an appointment, and the young man that I got handed over to, he had an appointment too with me. We had an appointment with each other according to God. So anyway, and I'm gonna try to make this quick because I have to get ready to go to work. But me and him got to talking, and he was giving me different options and everything like that. But it was more to it than that. It was more than just, it wasn't luck, it wasn't chance, it was God, appointment by God, that we had to talk and meet today. He went on to tell me that his father passed away a few years ago, and that he's the youngest of his siblings, and it just really touched my heart, y'all, because we never know what somebody's going through. And he went on to tell me that how he's trying to keep it all together. He's working, he's doing everything he needs to do, and he's just trying to keep it together. By him being the youngest child, I'm sure that's very hard, because I can't relate to that, but I can relate into the sense of my 4 children. And same situation, his late father and the mother had 4 children, 2 boys, 2 girls too. Same, just like the situation with me and my family. But he just went on to say, we talked, and I was telling him about the Lord. He was telling me about what has transpired with him within the last 6 weeks, how things that seem like they just gone, just downward. But I told him, I said, God has a great plan for your life, young man. I said, he really reminded me so much of my oldest son back in Tennessee. I mean, they could almost be brothers. He's just a little taller than him, but they look so much alike, and his talk and everything. But such a wise young man, handsome young man, and I could tell that God is on his side. I could see that in his eyes. And so it's so important for us, to everybody we meet. We don't have to, they don't have to tell us what they've gone through. We don't have to tell them what we've gone through. But if you could just be nice to them, be kind to them, because this young man was telling me, he said, I'm doing my utmost to keep everything afloat, I mask what I'm going through, what I'm dealing with the loss of my father, and then he was telling me about the other things he's gone through. And some of those things have really been heart-wrenching things. And so we all are going through something, y'all. We all are going through something. But we have a Father in heaven that's going to get us through every bit of it. And I'm just so thankful, I'm so grateful that God allowed me to meet this young man. I thought I was going in there about my car, and God said, no, you're going to go in and you're going to pray with this young man. And I asked him to step outside. I'm not bragging, I'm just letting you know, because I pray somebody else will do this same thing. You can do this too. Let's stop being ashamed to share the gospel with somebody, the love of Jesus with somebody, because we all need it. I want somebody to pull me aside and pray with me. We all need it. But until God tells somebody to do it to me, I'm gonna do it for somebody else, because I want God to bless not only me, I want him to bless everybody. But this young man, y'all, like I said, I hugged him. I said, the Lord is going to bless you so abundantly, because I could tell that he had so much love in his heart. It was just overflowing, because it overflowed into me. So, and I was teasing in the beginning, because I didn't even know how old he was. But as he started talking, I said something. Oh, I said, you remind me of my oldest son. And then when I told him the age, he said, yeah. So I was like, oh yeah, so he could be my son. He was the same age as my oldest son, 28. So, I'm just so thankful. And I'm sorry, my oldest son is not 28. He's actually 29 now, but still, that's still the same, around the same age. But anyway, I'm just so thankful that I was able to meet him. This is what I love, a divine interruption. We think we're going in somewhere for one thing, and God said, nope, you're going to do something totally different here. I'm going to use you to minister. I'm going to use that person to minister to you. And again, we went outside to pray, and I said, how we sometimes we think, we get back in the flesh, and I said, well, I didn't want to make him uncomfortable, but when God has called you to do something, you will never have to worry about that, because he's already placed it on that person's heart. And I thank him for that, because everybody that I have he's allowed me, because I didn't do it on my own, he's allowed me to pray with, they always say yes. I would love to do that. And with him, I wasn't really for sure, because he was telling me all that he had been going through. And a lot of times we think we know about somebody's, what they say and different things, or we think we know their beliefs, but the truth is we don't know anything. So that's why we shouldn't judge anybody. He's still growing in Jesus, and he said, yes, I would like that. And so I'm just so thankful. This has really made my day. It's made my weekend. I just feel like I'm floating on angel wings, because this is what it's all about. We are not saved to be silent. We are not, God didn't put what he's placed in us, his Holy Spirit, to be bottled up and not sharing it with other people. He wants us to share it with everybody, young, old, everybody, even the little children. So I pray, I told him I'm going to add him to my, I'm going to add him to my prayer list, because I pray that God will just use him in a mighty way. He said he liked his job. He's been there, I think he said, some months or a year. He said he likes working there. I said, well, I'm going to pray that God just blesses you abundantly, young man. That you will not live in the land of lack. You're going to live in the land of overflow. He's going to bless your finances. He's going to bless everything. And I'm praying that he meets the young lady that God has for him, because I know she's out there. And I told him, I said, be alert. And you're going to know her when you meet her. So, this is what it's all about, speaking life into somebody else. It doesn't matter what I'm going through. It doesn't matter what you're going through. Speak life into somebody else, because, again, I've shared this before, but people are struggling. They're going through things, and, they're facing and he shared with me. He said, yeah, I've been going through a lot. But, I pray that he heard Jesus through me. He felt Jesus through me. He saw Jesus in me. And that, from today going forward, he's going to pick up his Bible. He's going to want to learn more about Jesus. I pray that, if he doesn't already know. But I thank God for every opportunity. I told him, I shared this with you all. I've shared this many times before. I told God, he saved me from a burning hell, and I'm going to tell everybody, whenever I get a chance, he presents the opportunity to me, I'm going to let them know about him. I'm going to let them know. And I'm not going to be ashamed. I used to once upon a time be looking around and, I don't know if I should do this, and trying to wait till the room thinned out. No more of that. No more. I'm going to let my light shine. It may be a little light, but it's going to shine. It's going to shine bright. It's going to shine bright for Jesus. So again, I'm just so happy. I'm getting ready to go into work. Going in a little late today, but I'm just so thankful. I really am, because I pray, my prayer every day is that people will see Jesus in me. I don't care about trying to be seen anymore. I don't care about trying to look a certain way to people. I want Jesus' light to be shining within me, so others can see him, and that he get the glory, the praise, the honor. That he deserves it. He deserves it. So I just pray that this blesses somebody. I pray that you heard Jesus speaking through me and not just myself. And I just pray that God continues to encamp his holy angels around you all. I'm just so thankful to even be on here to share this. And I pray this blesses whoever hears it. In Jesus' name, I do pray. And I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. I hope you have the most amazing day that you can ever have. And that God will just continue to show up and show out in all of your lives. Thank you for listening. And I love you all. Bye-bye.